Hey Az Nation, thank you for checking out this video guys, and first of all, the thing you can see in the background is a search and destroy gameplay where I go 16 kills for 0 deaths in 4 rounds. Now the most amazing thing about this in particular gameplay is the fact that this was the very last game of my 24-hour live stream. Yep, that's right. This is a gameplay of me after playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Search and Destroy for 24 hours straight. Now in today's video, it might be a little bit gruesome, but I'm actually going to be telling the story of how I almost had my arm amputated. Yep, we're going there, I know. Now first of all, we need to go back to when I was a teenager. Myself and obvious Tripwire back then used to be fairly adventurous people. We used to play a lot of sport. We used to play badminton, tennis, basketball, football, motocross, and we also used to do BMX riding. Now, with the old country town of Mandurah that I am from, there is a skate park and there is a BMX track. Now, the BMX track is a track with gravel, sand, and blue metal stone, and it's got all doubles, triples, tabletop, singles, all that sort of stuff. It's an actual proper BMX track. Now, at this time, I was working at a grocery store called Woolworths. Now, my brother worked at Woolworths and my mum worked at Woolworths. We all worked at this one in particular company. And on this in particular day, we had just finished school, and I had about half an hour before I had to start work. And I said to Obvious, yo man, let's go down to the BMX track, let's go hit some laps, have some fun. And we're like, yeah, that's all good, let's go down there. So I noticed the time, and I have to start work in about 10 minutes. So I said, all right, I'm going to hit one last lap and then I'm going to duck off to work. And all the boys like, yeah, that's fine. And I start my lap, and my lap is good. I'm hitting all my doubles good, my tabletop's good. Everything was going really, really well. And at the very back of this track, there was a big double, and I was coming up to it, and I hit the berm really well. I got really good speed, and I hit the double because you got to be going quick because it's a big one. And I absolutely over jumped the crap out of this. As I've landed, the bike has slipped out from under me, and I have absolutely just eaten the blue metal. My arm got all grazed up, and I was like, oh, damn. Had a look at it, thought it was alright, said to the boys, alright, you guys do what you do, I gotta go to work. So I ducked off to work. When I got to work, I realized when I opened my locker that I did not have a work uniform there for me at work. I had no work uniform. So I asked a couple of the work employees there, I was like, hey, can you guys give me a lift home, or can I borrow a shirt? I kind of need to use a work shirt. I just won't roll my sleeve down because my arm is all bloody. And they had a look at my arm, and they could see that I was getting very pale in my face. And they said something was wrong with me. They dobbed me in. They got my mum. My mum had to come and see me, and she seen my face was going pale, and she seen my arm, and she said to me, you're going to hospital right now. And it's so funny that if I actually had my work uniform there, I would have put my uniform on and I would have gone to work for the next 5 hours. Instead, I got ratted out to my mum. She forced me to hospital. When I got to hospital, the doctors immediately had to numb up my arm, and they got this big scrubbing brush, and they had to start scrubbing my arm because they had to get all of the dirt, all of the sand, all of the rock that was in my arm. That is how big this gash was. But to me, it was just a scratch. So what they had to do is they got all the metal out, and they had to put a drain in my arm. So they had to cut open my arm, and they put a drain in my arm for any excess metal that was still in there to actually still come out of my arm, because there was so much in there. So they stitched up 3 stitches on the inside, 9 stitches on the outside, and 2 stitches where the drain was. And they just had to pray that it did not get infected, and that all the metal and all the dirt would get out. Luckily for me, it started to look like it was going to get infected, where amputation was thrown up into the air, but funnily enough, my body was strong enough, it fought off the infection, and I did not have to get my arm amputated. This is one of the most luckiest things that have ever happened to me in one of my lives, the fact that I still have a fully functioning left arm. And I'm so grateful for it, that if it was not for me getting ratted out to my mum, I never would have gone to that hospital, and there's such a good chance my arm would have been infected, guys. Look, this is my story for today. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do like these story time videos, please leave a thumbs up on the video to show me that you enjoy them and that you do want them to continue to come, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to both of my channels for all as a greatness. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.
Ready for deployment.
Mission clock running down.
On my shit right now. Right now. Ain't nobody fucking around town right now. Ain't nobody fucking with a sound right now. Ain't nobody fucking around town. My shit right now.